I'm really proud of how my team played. To come into your opening ACC game of the year at number 14, North Carolina, and play as hard as we did, and at times as undersized as we are, I'm really super proud of this team and their effort and their just continued playing together and their coachability. Just really, really proud of them. It was what a game. I mean, I didn't think we would get a lead like we did, and North Carolina surely wasn't going to go away, and they didn't. They were tough. I'm just glad the clock ran out because they were coming at us really hard in the fourth quarter, but we hung tough and we get the win.
We'll open the floor for questions. You just raise your hand.
Coach, you had another great game from Danny Hartnett and a couple other players first, but I wanted to start with her because she's a freshman.
Yeah.
People didn't know about her coming into this season, but she's kind of lit a fire for you guys, and certainly in that first half really helped you.
Yeah, she's a really she's just such a highly skilled offensive player that is has a great feel for the game, really high basketball IQ, and has just really just bought into everything that we're doing, how we coach her, things we're doing and running, and she's really a fun kid to coach. But that whole freshman class, even though two of them didn't play today, the four freshmen have really brought a lot to the table for us. And then to go along with the veterans that were back, and they've been difference making.
What about the rebounding? You rebounded about a third of your misses. That seemed like that was a key for you.
There's no doubt. That was definitely a key, and you have to give a big shout out to Kayla Blackshear for that, because I'll just go ahead and throw that. I think she's one of the best undersized post players in the country. I really do. She just refuses to be denied on either end of the floor, but she just brings a physical presence for us that's really, really strong. And she did that today, even though we didn't have an answer for Gokdang. I mean, she was really, really, really good. So we've got to, if we play them again, we got to figure out a better way to guard her.
Was there anything in particular you're doing with Husby? It's her second career game without a field goal.
Yeah, that's really hard to believe. I mean, I don't know if that's happened to her before?
Once, her freshman year.
Oh, her freshman year.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, because I think she's a heck of a player. So then I guess our defense is pretty good today on her. I mean, but that's hard to believe. I didn't realize that actually. So I'm just here looking at it.
Coach, I think if my math is right, this is the first time you guys have won in Chapel Hill since like 2012. You're 12-0 on the season.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's correct.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah.
It's not an easy place. It's hard to win on the road, especially when you're playing against a team as talented as they. I mean, that's just it's tough.
You're 12-0 on the season. I think it's your best start.
We 12 or 11 and 0. Yeah.
Since like the mid 70s.
Yeah.
For the players that have been with you a couple of years, Tony, Kara, and Kayla, to see this success this early in the season, how much does that mean to your team and to them?
Well, it means a lot, especially in this day and age of where we are with transfer portal and all that stuff. I mean, the last 2 years have been tough on us. It's been hard, but Tony Morgan and Kara Dunn drew the line in the sand and said, no, we're doing it here. We're staying at Georgia Tech. We believe in this coaching staff, and we're doing it here. I mean, they said those words. I mean, it's so, and it's hopefully paying off for them, in that regard, because they've got high goals, and they've been good leaders in all of our off-season work, and hopefully we continue to see the payoff of that.
Coach, you mentioned it's a tough place to play, but you could hear chit-chat Wright's family.
Oh my gosh.
The court. How many people did you have here?
I think we had about 40 people here. I think that's what our ticket. So we were like 40 or 50 people here because there's some relatives in the area and all that stuff. So yeah, we had a good, strong, loud crowd. We'll take that.
And follow up to that, I know this isn't a question coaches like to answer. Do you think your team is getting enough attention?
You know what? I don't even think about that. I mean, you always want to get attention. There's no question, but I've got more things to worry about than that.
Coach, coming into tonight, Chapel Hill was top 6 in defensive scoring. How do you feel like you dictated the pace early? Do you feel like you played a little bit faster than Carolina's been playing?
Yeah, I think that's something that we like to do. We like to play at a faster pace. We like to push that tempo, and we have players that like to play that way. So that helps a lot too. But that was it's a concerted style of play for us, and hopefully we can keep doing it.
Here.
Coach, kind of going off of that, like continuing to respond even when Carolina kept recurring.
Yeah.
Responding. How do you think, especially like Morgan and Carnegie, sort of like were able to continue to dictate the pace and
Yeah.
have offensive flow?
Yeah, I mean, they really turned up the pressure there in the fourth quarter. That was extremely disruptive. We turned the ball over. I mean, we really shot ourselves in the foot a couple of times in a row. Missed a layup. It was like, so yeah, it got a little tight. It got a little tense, but you've got Toni Morgan, who's got experience under her belt. You got Danny Carnegie, again, has a high basketball IQ. So putting the ball in their hands, I trust it. I have a lot of trust in that. And it paid off for us in the end.
You touched on just us be a little bit earlier, but what do you think it was specifically about y'all's defense that was maybe able to push her out, keep her outside of her comfort zone?
Yeah, I think our pressure. I think we believe in our defense, and I think our pressure was really, really tough. She didn't see a lot of daylight to the basket. Like she's really effective. She can put it on the floor and drive and scoop and do all that kind of stuff. And I think we just really did a good job keeping her away from that. And yeah.
We'll do one or two more.
Coach, you mentioned how you all are a bit undersized. This season, you're taking and making more three-pointers than you have in a while. Is that kind of your way of, building a different mousetrap to kind of, have success in this league?
I think, what it is we've got the players who can play that way. We've got the shooters who can shoot it. We've got athletes who can drive it. So we're just kind of, we decided this is how we want to play. So that's how we recruited. And it's a fun style to play. I mean, it's something that it suits these players that we have. So we'll see if we can keep having success with it.
Final question from anyone? All right,
Thanks, y'all.
Thank you.
Thanks,